Hey, welcome into another episode of the Seahawkers Show with your host, Todd Fox. That is me. We're in the Seahawks hoodie, fresh off of victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I know I missed a video actually breaking down the Eagles-Seahawks matchup, but, I had a little life stuff happen, so I didn't have an opportunity to make that video. It just would have been a bunch of Carson Wentz interceptions and me predicting a blowout, which I was sadly wrong again because Seattle, even in the end, can't hold a lead or make it a two-score victory. It always has to be something stupid, and we'll get into that as we get going. But hey, the Seahawks are 8-3. They're in first place, sole possession, a game over the Rams, and 2 games over the Cardinals. So before I do get into any of the highlights real quick, please like and subscribe. Please share with others, and please comment because I like to know what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. Most often, what I'm doing wrong. So let's get to the highlights, shall we? Seahawks and the Eagles. This is Carson Wentz off the bat.
Let's see. Wentz from the 20.
That took him forever to get a first down in this game. But here's Carson.
Motion Carson out. Try him on the other side. Out of a 1st and 20.
Look at this Metcalf breaking that tackle.
Metcalf takes a big 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Now this is, check this out. Metcalf again. He had an all-star game. Now, what we're looking at right now is the next prodigy. The next, if he stays healthy, will beat and shatter Steve Largent's records. It's sad because, Jerry Rice did the same thing to Largent. Largent at one time was the all-time leading receiver in the NFL. Not just the Seahawks, but the NFL. And Jerry Rice surpassed him. Will he catch Rice? Who knows? That's going to be a long Hall of Fame career if he does. But dude's in his 2nd season. He's probably going to finish with something like 1,500 yards this year with a bunch of touchdowns. He dropped actually 1 or 2 in this game. So you're looking at this guy. He's a rock. He's tough to take down. In the Seahawks game plan, I was just wondering, because he was facing Slay, I was shocked they threw so much to Metcalf. But that just goes to show you that he can tear apart a good corner. I was just shocked that they didn't throw more towards Lockett. They had a rookie on him most of the night. Lockett just wasn't targeted as much because I really want to see him getting going. And I think the tight ends, not using the tight ends enough in this game, hurt the Seahawks as well, especially in the first 2 drives, not just getting the easy touchdown. They should have put this game away in the first quarter. There's no reason for them not to be in a situation by putting this game out of reach.
2nd and 4.
Look at that, another Metcalf.
Already his 3rd catch. 4th straight game with a sack for Fletcher Cox.
Then the running game was strong, dude. Carson was battling for every yard. Now watch them push right here. He's talking crap the whole time because Jim Schwartz talked crap calling him not Megatron. He coached Megatron and he says he's no Megatron. And Metcalf said to Schwartz, if you believe Metcalf, he said, basically, I'm not trying to be Megatron. I'm trying to be myself. So we'll see what happens there because that kind of like anger, that kind of fight, that kind of like not being, or being told that you're not great or whatever. And for a guy who works as hard as he does or any other athlete, they take that stuff seriously. So that could use them as motivation, sort of like what Jordan used to do. If you watch the old, the Netflix special or whatever about the Last Dance with Jordan and everything, they would use stuff that people talked about in obscure little news clippings or stuff that they heard and use that as ammo to be fired up for games. And, well, Metcalf was fired up for this game.
These guys are going to be face-to-face all night, and then some. And the flag comes in.
The play was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 24, defense.
Slay.
Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down. This is number 24's first.
Has them at the 11.
This was frustrating. They tried too many times with Moore. Now, I get it. Moore has done that more often than not, no pun intended, has gotten those jet sweeps and has gotten good yards. But against the Eagles weren't fooled at all. They tried it right there, and then they tried it later, but Metcalf missed a key block, which could have sprung more. And again, they pushed Metcalf again. 3rd and goal. Couldn't get him with Hyde. Now, if a lot of you were thinking, where the hell is Carson? Here's a play right here. What they're going to do is you're going to see Metcalf right here Metcalf is going to let his guy come right in. Had he blocked the dude straight up instead of pushing him, this lineman right here, along with Carson, are going to lead the way against the linebacker and the corner, and it's going to be an easy walk-in touchdown. The play was called right. The execution by Metcalf was not. If you see right here, watch. If that wasn't blown up, you know, that would have scored a touchdown. So Seattle wastes a drive and on the opening drive, going for it on fourth down instead of getting the points. So it should be 7-0, maybe 3-0.
Just got it away. Wentz, sideline shot.
But how about that? Shaquem Griffin right away making his presence known. He's been out like 4 weeks. Comes in there, knocks the ball out on a nice deep out pattern. Now here's the thing I would have brought up if I would have made that prediction show or the breakdown of the Eagles-Seahawks matchup was the fact that, dude, Wentz has no weapons. His receivers suck. His tight end isn't in there, Ertz, which is his go-to guy. He has no running game. I don't put all the blame on him. He makes stupid decisions, but what does he have? And he has a really tattered, bad offensive line. So their defense is good. It's a quality defense. It's a top 10 defense, and they played the Seahawks pretty good. They frustrated Wilson at times to where I thought he had a concussion.
They take him out, though, on 3rd and 8. Russ to throw for it quickly. It is Metcalf. Can't get to the line.
So 4th down again.
Wilson.
And again, they couldn't get it. So 0 for 2 on their side of the ball, but thankfully the defensive pass rush was great by the Seahawks.
3rd and 13. Pressure up the middle. He's going to take another shot.
And he was taking a lot of shots.
From the 12. Wilson, quick toss to Metcalf.
That was annoying. 3rd and 14. I'm tired of those screens on 3rd and 14. You're not going to get it. It's terrible. Terrible offense. So second quarter now. We still got no score.
Call guys can explain this to me sometime. From their own 29.
And you know what? Wentz holds the ball so much, dude. That's what I was going to say, too, in the other episode, is that you can get sacks on him because not only is the offensive line poorest at best, but he holds the ball way too long, dude, and he did it again in this game. 6 sacks for Seattle, giving them 19 in the last 4 games, which is not too bad for a team that wasn't getting a sack early in the year. But then again, you're playing much better competition, much healthier lines. Now you're playing poorer teams. Your numbers should go up, first off. And then with getting Adams in there, he's going to add another rusher, KJ Wright coming in from the side, or Bobby Wagner. It throws a better dynamic. And remember in the beginning of the season how frustrated I was, and other videos you've probably seen where other YouTubers are frustrated with a pass rush and how come it's not there. Well, it's going to get better as the season goes on, obviously, because the next 3 opponents are the Giants, Jets, and freaking Redskins, who are the dregs of the East. So you got to tone up before you play the Rams. It's good to get your defense settled and into a good scheme and where everyone knows their place on this roster. And if they can get to that point by the time we finish things out with the Rams, because I don't think the Niners will be a game that Seattle, unless they're battling for the number 1 seed, is really going to take too seriously. Yes, that's a mouthful, but I think Seattle, these next 4 games have to be wins, and I think this was a good tune-up, although I just don't like the ending, dude. Just close the goddamn door.
He's going to be dropped. The most sacked quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, and Dunlap had a bit of an injury, foot injury. He could miss the Giants game, but I don't think they'll need him because they're going to be playing Colt McCoy and the Giants. I'll preview that game in a couple days. That will not be Daniel Jones playing at starting quarterback.
But if you're going to put him in there, why not give him a series to get his feet really wet with Wentz on the sideline, not as a gadget play.
Now, I like that.
Able to complete.
That was there all night if he wanted it, but they never went for it.
They do bring the extra man this time on 3rd and 13. Wilson will take a deep shot.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Not a Tyreek Hill kind of night, not yet.
So that was getting Metcalf all the way down to the 1 yard line on a long play. Then you had this nice, beautiful touch pass to Moore. I was shocked they threw right there. I love David Moore. So underrated. So it's 7-0 at this point.
Try the ground game to chasing him. Carson Wentz, top of your screen. Jalen Hurts out of the shotgun. Hands off to Miles.
Didn't get it, right? So, again, at this point, you're about almost halfway through the second quarter. You've given up no points. I'm happy at this point. Now, I'm not, I'm not happy with the offense, but defense, I'm pretty happy. Look at this. Carson starts to get it going. Now, if you wondered why Carson only got 10 touches, because, he has to ease himself back into it, they weren't taking no chances, and I wouldn't either. Especially when you got Hyde. Hyde's pretty good.
But he's looked like a wise pick for Seattle. And on cue, DK Metcalf.
Oof. And right there, I thought he hurt himself. But look at this run right here. This is Marshawn-esque. Woo! Now, what do you think about our boy Chris Carson? What do you think about Chris Carson? He's a free agent after this year. Do you pay the guy? I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards we do. Now, yes, he's been injury prone the last 2 seasons, but when he's in there, this team is a different team. And you know what he added to his repertoire this year? Receiving. He is great out of the backfield at receiving, and he knows what to do with the ball in open field. And you saw him take the rock and pound it for extra yards. He should have been tackled at the 5, and he dragged everyone into the end zone. So he's I think worth the money. Now, here's what bothered me about this game again. So Seattle will go up at this point 13-0. And make it 14-0. What have I been saying about the Seattle defense? Just close it down. Get another stop, put your offense out there, put the pressure on the damn Eagles. Now, they had done that prior. And they had done that for them to set up in the first quarter a 14-0 lead, but they didn't. They squandered both opportunities. It stayed 0-0. So now you get a 14-0 lead, and all of a sudden Wentz decides to play quarterback.
Goes as the 3rd sack of the night, 2nd and 16. Here's Wentz. Makes a big play for a first down. Just got it away. Seattle coming with the blitz. Under 4 to play in the half.
He was just picking them apart, dude.
Jalen Reagor up in on their first 5 possessions. Wentz quarterback draw has the first down, and he'll take on.
Ran over Diggs.
3rd and 4. Miles Sanders has the first down. Fake to Ward. Wentz throwing, and it is.
That's what bothered me, because we were going to go into the halftime up 2 scores. Now you're only up 1 score.
And missed it. Elliott, who had been perfect on extra points this season,
Second half, Seattle really didn't do much on offense. Seattle was just kicking field goals and maybe getting first downs, but the third quarter, they were flatter than a pancake.
Pressure comes up the middle. Russ will escape for the time being. And holding penalty end zone, he's able to draw for a safety. That's not a sack, it's a 1-yard rush. Now Wentz.
I think all the momentum could have came back to the Eagles had they scored a touchdown in this drive. I was very frustrated at this point that we were only up 5. I was getting very frustrated. Eagles didn't deserve to be this close.
Wide open. Adams coming out of the pressure.
They were just missing their assignments barely. But thankfully, right here, Adams comes out of nowhere and gets a good save on the tackle and the sack, because otherwise, man, they were driving to score again. They were going to probably tie it.
From the Jets. Jake Elliott, 10 of 14 on the season. Field goal is good.
So at 14-9, still doing nothing on offense. Go back to good old reliable Metcalf. This was a nice play.
Chris Carson.
Look at that. Running with purpose, dude.
Eagles didn't bite on the hard count.
This is where they missed right here.
There's Wilson to throw. Middle.
Well, I mean, they caught it ball right there, but I'm telling you, there was a miss earlier in the game. My bad.
Wilson rolling away from trouble.
Tyler Lockett only has 2 catches in this ball game.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Field goal range on 3rd and 4. 4.
Now, who else thought at this point in the game that this game was going to be finished at 17-9? I was going to be like, dude, if this game finished again 17-9, now if you guys don't know, and they showed the stat during the game, the Seahawks beat the Eagles in the regular season last year at Lincoln Financial Field. I think that's what's called in Philadelphia, 17-9. And then they played in the playoffs in the same stadium and won 17-9. And at this point, almost the fourth quarter, it was 17-9. I was like, dude, this can't be 3 games in a row.
Make it an 8-point game. Sanders out bottom of your screen. 3rd down and 2. Eagles have hit on their last 5 of their last 6 third down conversions.
Yeah, that's terrible. 5 of the last 6.
Pressure.
Except for there.
Travis full.
Man-to-man across the board.
Big 4th and 2 right here. Watch this knockdown.
Firing and it's knocked down.
I don't think they would have got the first down anyway, but that was a big play.
Wilson puts some air underneath it.
And what a freaking catch by Metcalf.
15.
3rd and 15 after a stupid penalty. This wasn't going anywhere.
High. Try to set up the screen. Some block.
Nowhere at all.
This from 33.
Again, at this point, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm thinking the game's over. We're up 20-9.
And he has contributed.
I mean, obviously, it's 10 minutes left to go against any other team, like in the NFC West. I'd be still butt clenching because I'm thinking there's, they can make that up because there's plenty of time. But it's the Eagles, right? They're not going to come back. They're not going to make this interesting.
2nd and 13. Wentz throwing.
I mean, Pete's doing a great job. Him and Ken Norton are getting the most out of it.
3rd and 2. Wentz throwing
First down.
and completing.
That's because your pads were so big.
That's true too.
That's because your pads are so big.
Wentz on 1st and 10. Dangerous throw there.
See, right there on that pass interference, there was interference that should have been called, and it was. However, I don't like the fact that what happened was he actually was playing the ball good, Griffin, and the ball was tapped. His hand was hit, and when it's hit or deflected, it should be overruling of the interference, but the refs don't know the penalties apparently, and well, that went down as a pass interference.
That comes in.
That ball was wobbly as hell, dude, so it was deflected. So that would have negated the penalty.
Placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Eagles in the red zone.
From the 15. Wentz throwing, and there's the
That
interception.
was supposed to be the game. Let's watch this again.
Spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Watch right here. There's Griffin on a island by himself because Adams is going to be right here playing the linebacker position, ready to blitz in, go after Wentz. Wentz, I don't know if the receiver just ran the wrong route, but he throws a Neil O'Donnell Super Bowl versus the Cowboys to Larry Brown right here, and Diggs is just like, I thought he was going to do like a killer crossover with a football and then spike the ball after he kneeled it, because this is one of the funniest spikes I've ever seen. Look. Throws it right to freaking Diggs. Now, the tight end is right here. Receiver's right there. The other receiver's there. There's nobody right there. I was waiting for him to throw an interception all night, and this is the one he gives us.
Wentz throwing,
Look at that.
and
1,
there's the
2.
interception.
That's awesome. Now, again, it's 20-9. Should be over. Should be over.
2nd down and 5.
Let's get another touchdown. Let's put the damn game away.
Pressure up the middle. Russell run away from it.
And that's what he does in the fourth quarter. You're moving the ball. You're killing the clock. I love what I'm seeing, except for there. That was stupid. 3rd and 14.
Completed it for 6 yards.
Here come the freaking Eagles again.
Wentz throwing. Able to complete.
Terrible
Got it.
tackling.
Go-to guy. Tough stretch for Philadelphia. Here's Wentz. 3 minutes to go. Gonna be
Sack.
swung around, and the clock continues to run.
2nd and 20. Check this out.
Trailing by 11. Underneath the Sanders. Flags come in. Wright brought him down.
Holding. Offense, number 68.
He's like beat up, dude.
Second down.
I wouldn't have put Jalen Hurts in either. I mean, Seattle's defense was just teeing off. Look, 3rd and 30. That goes nowhere.
Now you're going, well, what do we do?
4th and 31.
31. Wentz will wind up. Why not?
Not even close, right? So again, game should be over, right? Wrong. Now you should be able to just cash this one in, dude. Just cash it in. Put it away. 3rd and 10. Simple give up play. I hate that because, again, even if you make the field goal, you're only up 14. The game is not put away. Why do they're so conservative with those little screens on 3rd and long and 3rd and 10s? Let's just hand off to the running back and give up on the drive. They did it again. So, again, he comes through Myers with a field goal. A minute 16 to go. I'm thinking 23-9 the final. It's all good. Don't have to worry about it. 23-9. I'm happy. We won by 2 scores because we haven't done that all freaking season. So it would be nice to get a nice little win right here, and then this crap happens.
Final 45 ticks.
Well, first off, they have to waste some time.
And now we have this kind of season.
Final 20 seconds. Here's Wentz.
This was so stupid.
Deep ball in the end zone, and it is
Yeah, why not?
caught for the touchdown. Richard Rodgers had it all the way.
That's stupid. So stupid. And then they give him 2 points on top of it.
2-point conversions in the NFL. 14 on the season. And a lane open.
So now,
nicely from Miles
if they get another super, break, it's an
Handled their business.
onside kick, but then fortunately Metcalf gets the onside recovery, and Seattle wins by only 6. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you guys are as frustrated as I am, but I thought this was a victory that Seattle should have won by a lot more. It's one of those you just take and say, okay, we're 8-3. I'll take the victory. A dub's a dub. Let's move on. But I'm telling you, they better not win by single digits against the Giants with Colt McCoy, and they better not win by single digits to the Jets. That, they got to blow those 2 teams out. Let's get to the box score real quick. Let's go with visiting our Seattle Seahawks. 22 of 31, 230, a touchdown, no picks. He was sacked 2 times. He had a quarterback rating of 102.9. Wilson, it just was a pedestrian game for him. I felt the offense left so much on the field again, like they did in the playoffs last year and again in the regular season. That Eagles defense stymies the Seahawks at times when it looks like they're going to put the game out of reach, and they just didn't do it. Carson touched the ball 10 times, twice as a receiver for 18 yards, 8 times for a rusher for 41 yards at a 5 average yardage a clip with a 16 of long and a touchdown. Carlos Hyde touched it 15 times for 22 yards. So that shows you the difference. But I think Hyde had just one too many of those little stupid little handoffs that really don't go nowhere out of the shotgun. Look, Lockett was only targeted 4 times, 3 times for he only got 3 catches for 23 yards. He's got to be throwing the ball a lot more. DK Metcalf, the beast, 10 times he was targeted 13 times, 10 receptions, 177 yards, no touchdowns. He dropped 1 in the end zone, should have had. Jamal Adams, 9 total tackles, 6 solos, 1 sack, 1 for tackle for loss, an important one. 2 quarterback hits, which was very nice. The defense came through. Jared Reed, 3 total tackles, 2 solo. He had a half sack. Dunlap had 2 total tackles and a sack or half sack. So the team came through. Pona Ford got 1. Let's go over to the Eagles real quick. Carson Wentz continues to suck. 25 of 45, 215, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He was sacked 6 times. Quarterback rating of 73.8. Carson Wentz was also their leading rusher by a lot. So it's not like he outrushed, for like 2 yards or something like that. He was 5 for 42. The second closest was Miles Sanders, 6 for 15. Gobert, 7 for 75. Their receiving core is garbage. Look, team stats right here. I mean, this game, Seattle should have won this game straight up, dude. First downs were even, rushing first downs, all that. The penalties were about the same. Third down efficiency, though, Seattle 2 for 10. That shows you right there they left a lot on the field. Eagles were 8 for 17. Total yards, Seattle had 50 more yards. Passing yards, a little more for Seattle. Time of possession, Seattle only had it 5 more times, or actually penalties. 8 for 83 for Seattle, 9 for 79. Seattle had the ball for 32 minutes. Only 1 turnover in this game, and it was the Eagles, and that was a huge one because they were in the red zone. Like I said, Seattle left a lot on the field. I'm going to credit the Eagles for keeping the game close, but we're going to go into victory formation like we have right here on the screen. Seattle, your Seahawks are now 8-3 to repeat, and they're a game up on the Rams of St. Louis, of Los Angeles, of nobody gives a crap, and they're 2 games up on the Arizona Cardinals. So, and we're not even going to count that Santa Clara team right now. Even though they beat the Rams, we don't care about them. You know what? They got to win these next 3 for sure, and they got to tune themselves up, stay healthy, and let's go after the Rams and finish them. I really think they're going to chalk up 1 to 2 more losses by the time we face them, and I'm really hoping that we're the ones that are able to step on their neck and push them out of the playoffs. And then hopefully we're in a position to either rest our guys or fight for that last playoff spot, which we can then destroy the 49ers and make it even all sweeter if we can get in at that number 1 spot. But that's way ahead of ourselves. 1 game at a time, Seahawker fans. Let's do this. Go Hawks, 8-3, baby. Till next time.